Hey guys, welcome to the Bad End Show, late night edition, because we have some scheduling conflicts and stuff.
Yeah, I guess there's a good chance it's gonna be like that again next week, so,
For
you
the
know,
foreseeable future.
maybe. But yeah, I guess if people like this, we can make it a thing, I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah. So yeah, like if you guys prefer this kind of time slot, and just let us know, because we don't really, we don't know like which time slot you guys are all living in.
Mm-hmm.
So it would help.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay.
So, what's the first topic?
The first topic, in pre-Korea we got Anne and Gria from Mysterious Friends, so I guess it came from, what's that thing called? Rage of Bahamut?
Like a spin-off of that or something like that?
It's like a spin-off of Rage of Bahamut, but then they also show up in, I think they also show up in Shadowverse and like now it's pre-Korea and stuff, so I mean Psy Games is basically like one giant.
It's all the same.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
Yeah, so she's voiced by Hikasa Yoko, the same as Nozomi, so it's kind of funny that we have like two characters with the same VA now.
Yeah. So, what do you want to talk about first?
Oh yeah, I rolled like 100 rolls and I didn't get her.
Uh,
Damn.
maybe you should have streamed it.
I was kind of like feeling tired, just spamming through it, like come on, like she didn't come out. I only got only one 3-star and it was Nozomi, so it's like, oh, I got the Hikasa Yoko character, but it's the one I already have, and not this one.
Oh yeah. It's pretty goofy.
Like, wrong Hikasa Yoko.
Oh yeah, it's actually, what do you call it? So I guess you really like her?
Like Anne?
Yeah.
I don't know, I mean look at her, like, that's like, kind of like Anya shit.
What? That could be anything.
I mean, blonde bitches and shit.
I guess.
And like, Hikasa Yoko's like one of my favorite voice actors too.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I like Dragon Girls too, but then like Ria has short hair, and I'm not really a fan of that. Oh yeah, maybe we should watch the anime. Like, it aired like quite a long time ago, a while back, and I heard like it was like really gay.
Oh, could be. I guess we'll see. But yeah, I haven't decided if I'm gonna roll for her. I was actually looking at the summary for her, and at least on paper, she seems kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, do tons of magic damage, buff all magic attacks, buff and like ally magic attack.
Buff speed too, I think.
Yeah, so like all the magics, all kinds of magics.
Yeah, and I mean, as far as I know, right now we only have two like single target magic people, which are Kyoka and Summer Carol.
Uh-huh.
So like, I think her NP is also a single target magic too. So like, she'll be the third one if we get her.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe one of the other ones that I don't have are also single target magic, but off the top of my head, I think that's it.
There's probably more. But those are the two like ones people like end up using most of the time.
Like none of the main cast like has that apart from Kyoka.
Wait, main cast?
I mean, like not limited. I mean.
Oh.
So like it means possible one of the other summer or New Year ones could have had that, but
like single target?
Yeah, but
no, there's definitely other single target magic.
Wait, really?
I can't remember her name. She wears the mask.
The mask
that covers her just her eyes. She looks kind of like a witch. She's skimpy.
Oh, that one. Oh, the sketchy one from the doctor place.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about her.
Yeah, she's definitely single target.
Okay.
I see some people use her.
That reminds me, I just got beat up by her in the Tower of Luna.
Oh. I can't remember how it works, but like...
I think it targets the enemy with the highest HP remaining.
Yeah, something like that. So it's just like, anyone could get killed.
Yeah. But yeah, so we have this new event coming up, and we get a free servant, like Lo, I think her name was.
Yeah.
And she's like...
Well, I guess it's like Lu.
It's like, oh, the useless girl. And she's like, oh, I'm completely useless, so please spoil me. I'm like...
Oh. She knows her place.
At least she's cute, though.
I guess.
I mean, you can be as useless as you want when you're cute.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess we can talk about that again later.
Yeah.
Anyway. I guess the Dragon Girl's, like, showing up in this art, too.
Oh, yeah, like on the right side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it make one picture?
Possibly. Probably.
But yeah, maybe I'll roll. We'll see.
Yeah. And then in other news, we have this Barbara figure up for pre-order from Genshin Impact. Man, like the annoying thing about this is that it's a Kotobukiya figure, and we just discovered this recently. Kotobukiya figures, if you buy like some of them, if you buy them on the official Kotobukiya store, you get an extra face part swap that you have to buy it on the store. So like if you buy it from Ami, you can't get that extra part. So we fucked up on several figures like that.
Yep. So
But the thing is, at least for like Kotobukiya US, for pre-orders you have to pay right away. Whereas like for Ami and a lot of these other websites, you pay for the pre-order when the thing's like about to ship. But for Koto US, you have to pay as soon as you place the order. So it's like, shit.
no other website does that.
P Bandai does that.
Well, are they a real website?
Yeah, but yeah, that's why I don't get to like order like a lot of like limited edition Gundam stuff that I feel really shitty like missing out on later, because like it's all on P Bandai. You have to pay ahead of time, and also like you it's just like you have like really tight like pre-order like periods too. So
Yeah.
like and yeah, they also have like really low stock, so like you can like sell out right away if you're not like instantly on the money.
Yep. It's ridiculous.
And as far as I know, in Japan, P Bandai they charge you at the time of shipment, so it's only P Bandai US that does this.
Yeah. Why they do that?
They don't trust the Americans.
Probably.
And we also got this figure coming up. Illis. From the that other like Kenja show, which is like the weakest crest or whatever bullshit.
Are we talking about this week?
I don't think we watched it this week.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, she's pretty much the only thing I like about this show. Is her, and she's voiced by Isawa Shiori, who also does like Misarisa or like Diana in Genshin Impact. So she has a like nasally voice, like and it's just so I can't do it. But she just sounds so
definitely not the same song.
like she just sounds so cute and adorable, and also like this character herself is like really fun and cute too. The other girls are just like they come as one unit, I guess.
Yeah, I guess you have to get them together as like a pair.
They each make half a character, and together they're like okay, they're kind of a character together.
Maybe.
But yeah, so
they're like a centaur.
I guess. But yeah, so Irisa's like clearly best girl. So I really want this figure.
Wait, who's the manufacturer for this? Do you remember?
I think
Well, we don't. It's not that important.
Medicost Entertainment, which I don't think we bought anything from them.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did? Wait, who?
Well, I think there might be some figure. I can't remember off the top of my head. But if you watch that latest unboxing, the new game acrylic stand is made by them. I believe.
Oh yeah, we just had our giant ass like anime figure haul video up like a few days ago.
So yeah, watch that if you haven't seen that.
Yeah, we spent like $2,800. Like holy shit.
Yeah. Never again.
Never again.
Well, we'll see about that.
Oh, I believe you mean always again.
Oh my god. But anyway, this figure, it got like, what do you call those? Like those hip lines?
Like that
yeah,
part?
Right, yeah, you're right there. I don't know how you describe that.
Vagina bones?
No, the vagina bones are lower. Oh, there's also the underboob.
Wait.
Enhance.
Wait,
oh, you
yeah.
never noticed that, the underboob?
Yeah. Yeah, that's like a really nice line, and like it has like that hip line and this like smooth like belly area, and like the slight ribs poking out. And,
Wait
like,
a minute.
And we also got the armpit and like bare shoulders and the thighs. So this is really cultured.
Wait, is that belt thing? Is that actually her tail?
Huh. Could be.
Yeah. I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Guess we'll see.
Actually, no. From on this picture on the backside, it looks like just like a full belt.
Oh. Maybe it's just meant to look kind of like that.
Yeah, and then this base like the special effects like looks really nice too. Oh, and like this like special edition for Nami comes with the acrylic those like giant acrylic stand illustrations.
I don't.
They're not super giant, I guess, but they're bigger than like the little like acrylic standees you get at con.
See, I don't know why you're doing hand motions when like you don't have this leap motion like I do, like this, like oh.
I'm telling you to buy me a leap motion.
Maybe.
But
yeah, like. I guess we'll see. Not with all these bad anime decisions or not.
God damn it, it's like, oh, we need to stop buying anime figures, and then like order like shit ton more. Like, god damn. But yeah,
Anyway, send help. Send help.
send help. Like Ninim, help us.
She'd be like, nah, you good.
Yeah. Yeah, Genius Prince. So last time we closed off with Demetrio, the like spoiled ass like oldest brother, like Emperor son guy trying to like get married Falania, and she was like, "Oh, my brother's not here, so I can't make any decisions." So they're like stalling him away, and then suddenly like Wayne shows up, like, "God damn it, you ruined everything."
Yay! Just as planned.
Yeah. And this dumbass is like, "Oh, it seems that they're getting married. Like this is totally fine." Like he's like, won't read the note until later. Like dumbass. But yeah, they managed to like get out of it with like Lomina. Man, I just love Loa's like different faces. But yeah, with some bullshit excuses. But yeah, that prince guy, like he's quite a dumbass. So he's just like completely didn't know how to deal with like any of them.
Yeah, he was a guy.
But yeah, in this scene, well, I guess it makes sense that they removed them. But like in this scene, it's actually supposed to have like a reunion. Like you know how like in the flashbacks at the Imperial Academy, like it was like Wayne and him, Loa, and then there were like two other guys. So like they created like this group of like the troublemakers in the academy, and like this scene was supposed to be when they had like sort of like a mini reunion with like all five of them, and then had the private talk later. But then it's also when you find out that like obviously Loa has her own faction, and like Wayne and Nim are like outsiders, and they're just trying to not get involved. And like the two other guys, like one of them like physically strong. He's always trying to be a knight, so he's ended up in the faction of like the second brother who's like heading the military, and the other guy who's like really like an intelligent strategist ended up on the side of like the third brother. So even though like oh, we finally see our like old friends again, like they all ended up on like different factions.
Oh. I guess for the show it wouldn't be as strong because you don't really see too much on that end from like previous episodes for the other characters.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they were supposed to show up like briefly in the banquet that Falania was in.
Yeah.
So like the two of them like they talked to Falania without like actually knowing like she was like Wayne's sister.
So it could be they just cut that out completely for time.
Yeah, it's one of the things where like it becomes more important later, like after where they probably won't cover in the show. So it makes sense they cut it out. But yeah, like when I got to that part and reading it, and it's like, oh man, like kind of sad that like they all ended up like in different factions. But they all like, get along fine, like and stuff still. Yeah, so we're finally seeing like people like accepting Falania, and up until actually it was basically like plot framing device.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, she's finally becoming like important, and this is the time when like the entire continent is like starting to like learn her name.
Oh yeah, wait, why did they do this meeting again?
Oh, this one? Oh yeah, because like he was supposed to meet up with like the brothers, like discuss things again, because like
right, yeah.
Like last time with the whole like marriage thing, like they just like, oh, you must be tired, like we gave you an exit, so like since like this oldest guy is a dumbass, he didn't know what to do, so he just left.
Yeah.
But then he also has a lot of pride, like he's that kind of guy that had like too much pride, too few brain cells.
Yay, my favorite.
Yeah, so like they have to do another meeting again.
And then like I guess one of the other brothers is scheming.
Yeah, so basically like before that, Wayne also met with like the other two brothers too, and they were both like, oh man, like this guy's smart. So
they didn't really show that on screen though, right?
They didn't show that on screen because like they had to skip over it for like runtime. But basically the impression is that from like the middle guy, the military guy, he's like, oh man, this guy's smart. I want him on my side. Like I want him to be like my like subordinate one day.
Yeah.
Whereas like the youngest guy, he's like, oh man, this guy's smart. He's gonna be dangerous when they kill him.
Yeah.
So like this maid is actually an agent from the youngest guy, such like be a spy, like the eldest prince faction. So like she was given orders to like assassinate him, but then he's like, oh, like this maid sus. Like you drink it, and then like this dumbass motherfucker is just like, oh, you dare accuse me? You dare accuse me? and then
Yeah.
just drinks it. And it's like this is like that other guy, that fat guy, like the second arc where like he the guy who was like trying to like marry Loa, and he went over and like got drunk and then had a like, sword fight and just fell off the fucking balcony by himself.
Oh yeah.
It's like, is that shit all over again? Like,
Oh yeah. When we were watching this, like, I think even before they did the whole poison thing, I was like, you know what? Some dumb thing's gonna happen. He's gonna die, and then they're gonna be like, "Listen, we gotta get out of here." and then it happened.
yeah, like goddamn it, like these dumbasses like keep like throwing everything into like completely bonkers directions.
Everyone's just gonna die accidentally. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. But yeah, like is this shit all over again?
I like how he looks so sad, like on the floor.
That's so sad. Hachama plays Picatito.
Oh my god.
But yeah, like, luckily he didn't die because like they got a doctor in time.
Wait, he didn't die?
No, but then he went off to like recuperate in his own place, I guess. So he ran away out of this place.
Oh, I thought he died. Wait.
I wish. It would have been much simpler if he actually died, but he didn't.
Oh wait, I could have sworn they said that in the show.
No, they said that he ran away to like go recuperate in his domain.
Oh. I must have just like overread that in my head.
Yeah. Yeah, the other brothers they're like, oh, even though this guy planned the whole thing, he's just like taking advantage of it, and like everyone's like trying to blame Wayne, but then like Wayne was like let go by the police, and then like people are like pointing at each other. So the two remaining brothers like they laid siege to the city, both like trying to take over it. And this guy, like, man, this like silver armor and black armor and blonde hair, like, he just looks like that guy in Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
Vaguely.
And this like aesthetic, like looks like the Galactic Empire aesthetic too.
Oh yeah.
What was that guy's name? Reinhardt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Wayne collapsed and like had man like, the one time you actually see him be vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
It's really heart touching. But yeah, so basically, Falania just like got everyone to like evacuate the city and just walk towards the camp that like the church is invading with. It's really cool, like seeing her like this. Like, I guess she's a kind of character where like she doesn't have like a lot of like she's not like physically strong or anything, but she has this like really like incredible like charisma that can get people to like listen to her and like follow her words.
Uh-huh.
So it's a different, it's like entirely different kind of strengths, and it's like yeah, kind of hard to put into words, I guess.
Oh, I like how when this was happening, everyone just like, what's going on? It's pretty goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like what, like they were literally walking between the two factions or something like that.
Oh yeah, because like the two factions like they laid siege to the city, so like they had this one area that like towards the west where like the church's army was like approaching because they like those guys also had like their own schemes and stuff too.
Yeah.
So like they just walked past and everyone's just like, wait, why the hell are like 30,000 people like marching out of the city?
Yeah. You tell me.
Yeah. And then the other like hero guy. Man, where's my nose? Like, but yeah, this is one of the episodes that I was waiting for. Because I kind of wonder like how people would be like, what's the word? Like, how people would receive this part of the arc, I guess. Although like I guess nowadays I haven't really been following much like anime Twitter, so I don't know what people are saying. But yeah, this is the part that I mentioned about how like this show they have a more it has a more like nuanced take on how to like get rid of the slavery system, which contrasts to like when we were talking last week about like the rising of the questionable ethics hero. What's that like stupid line again? Like, oh, if you care so much about the well-being of slaves, then why don't you have a slave with you? Like, I still can't get over that. Like,
Oh man, that's definitely a quote.
But yeah, so this entire episode basically focuses on this guy like Ginger. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name, like Camus or Camus.
Yeah.
So basically, he didn't know about like his grandfather having slaves at all until like his grandfather died, and suddenly he had to like inherit the business. So he tried to like educate them and stuff. To try because like he didn't want them to like lead like harsh lives, so he tried to educate them and get and like that way like if they have more value, then then like people who buy them might free them from slavery or even like let families stay together. And then at the same time, like so this is around the time when Soma. So basically, in this kingdom, like it's the usual like feudal thing where like you have like nobles and knights like owning land and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
And knights and they get like they usually get more land, get more rewards, etc. based on like military accomplishments, and then some nobles they get rewards based on like for like the bureaucrats in the capital, they get rewards on how well they perform there.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter like how much like governing there happens at their own land. Like even if they like treat their people like shit, and as long as they succeed elsewhere, then they can still like rise up in the world. So he changed the policy so that like their like performance evaluation would also include how their land is governed, and because of that because these people like what's like knights work in the military and the bureaucrats they work in the capital, so they're far away. So they need to have like more of their own like magistrates and bureaucrats who can actually like govern the land properly, and that's why there's like this big scramble for like people who can for like skilled personnel who can read and write and stuff, because the literacy rate is so low. And this is also why like earlier on like Soma was having trouble recruiting like people to work for his own government with because like his policy like accidentally made these people like snatch up all the available personnel to
Yeah.
So after like so in recognition of like his efforts, like Soma's like having him like head up a school instead. So I mean at this point like he can't really get rid of slavery as a law entirely because like it would cause like a lot of like upheaval and stuff. I mean kind of like how like in real life it did have like an actual like civil war with this kind of thing.
Right. Well, I mean, technically, the Civil War started before any sort of like legislation happened.
Yeah, I mean, and
or
also,
like the threat, like the potential, was like
yeah, and I mean, there's also like all sorts of other like self-interest and stuff involved in that whole conflict too.
Yeah.
So it's like it's way more than just like the ideals of like freedom and stuff. But yeah, basically like you can't just like sweepingly say like, oh, like I'm gonna ban slavery, or like, oh, slaves are free now, without like causing like a whole bunch of like turmoil in the country. And if you do that, like then those people you're trying to save will be the ones who suffer in the first place, because like if you just like free the slaves and then but not give them a place to go, not give them any like prospects for work and employment, then they're just gonna end up like suffering again. But like a lot of these places like so it sounds really contradictory, but in some of these settings, like slavery is a form of like of a welfare net where like people who like lost everything and like sell themselves into slavery as like their final option, I guess.
Yeah.
Because like they don't have stuff like social security or whatever other like social welfare programs in place. So a lot of these people they're really vulnerable. So it's only because of like Ginger's attempts at teaching them, and like because he's doing it, like he's getting like all the other people who all the other slave traders like to like treat their own slaves better too, and it helps like paves the way for him to like legislate, like add more like legislation to make them better and stuff, and try to establish like a proper education system in this country to prevent people from becoming slaves in the first place.
Yeah. Well, actually, going back to the previous point, like, I guess it's not that like contradictory, or like, well, not contradictory, but it's not that unusual if we like go back to real life, like, those weird stories where you have like elderly Japanese people like committing petty crimes to go to go back to jail so they can actually like get food and stuff like that, or like housing.
Oh yeah, that's the modern version of it, I guess.
Well, yeah, but if we go to historical ones too, like, I guess gladiatorial actually fights.
Yeah.
Well, technically some of them were free people, but some of them were like, well, not exactly became slaves, but kind of became like socially equivalent to that sort of thing.
Weren't gladiators taken from like the slaves from like conquered territories and stuff?
It depends.
Yeah.
Like some people were like that. Some people just like were more like professional. Like they decided to just become one, and like got rid of their like status.
Huh.
But I mean, it depends. But like, I'm sure there's probably cases of like, maybe doing this is way better than whatever crap I'm dealing with.
Yeah. Or whether like it's the only option left because otherwise they're just gonna starve on the street. So like at least doing this, like you at least you won't starve.
Yeah.
Which is not a good, like I want to be absolutely clear, like this is not a good thing, and like government should definitely have like more like social welfare in place to like prevent this from happening. But in like a more like historical setting, I guess. Like a lot of these governments, they don't have that kind of stuff in place, so people have no choice but to do that.
Right.
Yeah, so like, I really like how like I feel like there's not, like a lot of countries. I mean, not countries. Like, a lot of stories they just glaze over the whole like slavery thing or just like ignore it completely. So.
Those isekai love their dories.
Yeah. Like it's one thing to have it be part of the setting, and it's another thing to be like, I don't know, just gleefully involved with it, I guess.
Yeah.
Although like, I guess like, although there are some stories where the main characters like is like the point isn't that they're a good person, the point is that they're a bad person too. So.
Yeah.
But man, like stuff like Shield Hero where you're supposed to like feel to like be sympathetic to the main guy and like you're supposed to see him as a kind of a good guy, but then like they'll still like does all this shit anyways, and it's like
Right. I think there's also, I guess, something that might not be like dealt with so much as like the idea of, say, whatever sort of like moral thingy from your past world, and then having it like conflict with the ideals of whatever world you end up being.
oh yeah.
That's I don't feel like that's as explored as much. I mean, I'm sure it is in different stories, like, well, obviously,
Yeah.
but yeah, usually it is kind of just like you just like quickly accept it, or you just like ignore it, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, that's the thing. Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, the whole like when in Rome do as the Romans do thing.
Yeah.
Like it's always a balance between like you don't want to be like a colonizer pretty much.
Yeah.
Yes. But like you're forcing your own like value systems and cultures on other people. But at the same time, like some things that you see as wrong, like you can't really like just like completely let it go either.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very like delicate balance, and there's no right answer. But very few things actually like deal with the struggle for that.
Right.
Like he has a lot of characters where like, oh, I got isekai. Okay, slavery's a thing. Oh fuck it, I'm just gonna own slaves anyway. And it's like, like not even a thought spared to this whole thing.
Yeah. But yeah, when that sort of thing happens, it just makes you wonder, like, well, so was the only thing like that kept this like guy from being like a terrible person, like laws,
Yeah.
or not? Well, or like, I don't know what you call it.
Like social norms.
Yeah. So like, if they didn't, they wouldn't be a good person on their own. Like, if they were unrestrained, is what I'm saying.
I mean, arguably that's a lot of people.
Well,
in
yeah,
real,
I mean,
real life.
I'm sure that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
But still, like, that doesn't really paint a good picture.
Yeah.
Oh, fire.
Oh yeah, we have the Pokemon battle.
Oh, yeah. So I guess it's just falling off from last time.
So yeah, this is the other Kenja show, like the gender bent Kenja.
Yeah. So just go off with a crew of summoners or whatever to the library thing.
Sort of, and then they're like, oh, like the teacher girl, like we thought like this like some like Pokemon summoner, like, oh, Charmander, like this little cute like fire lizard thing, and then the other guy like brings out like, oh, a stronger one, it's kind of cool. Oh, we got a Charmeleon, and now oh, Charizard appears.
Oh yeah, it's like, oh, it can fly.
It doesn't have wings, but it can fly.
It was pretty goofy.
Yeah.
So wait, what were they here for again?
Oh,
Like some information
Oh, yeah, because, like-
from the book.
like remember that like the like a previous article where like, they went to like the zombie area.
Yeah.
They went underground like they were looking for a soul house like the necromancer
Yeah.
Kenja, and so like she found notes in his life in his thing about like trying to like find some sort of like holy grail goblet or some shit to like revive that one girl that was like frozen.
Yeah.
And so part of the notes like like they need to come down to this place to find information on some of the ingredients so that they can like go on the trail to look for him again.
Oh, right.
And that's why they had to come down here. Oh yeah, and it had like this like little like lolly summon thing, spirit things like reach it.
Like, oh, she's like super old, but like reincarnates all the time or something like that.
I guess kind of like a phoenix,
Yeah, something like that.
like a phoenix, or what? It's like one of the like jellyfish shit in the sea.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember what it's called, but like it comes jellyfish, and like after a while, like it like just like reverts back to like an egg form, and it's like it comes back out and like grows out again or some shit. So like it's like technically immortal, kinda.
Yeah.
What the hell is that thing called?
Jellyfish.
Oh yeah, and we also found out like she can summon this giant ass dragon this whole time, and like but she's sitting like riding this carriage back and forth, and it's like, wait, you can fly this whole time, but like, so why didn't you fly? And then like there's also that fight in the beginning too, where like there's like this like invading army of like demons and monsters and shit, and like they were trying to like get there in time. It's like, wait, why didn't you just fly there?
Yeah, it's always weird in this kind of situation.
I feel like this show's kind of doing that thing where like where the character it kind of seems like they're gaining more powers over time. Like they're trying to do the progression thing where like where the character becomes more powerful the longer it goes on. Except that like this character is supposed to have all these powers in the beginning anyways.
Well,
but they don't have any reason why they're not using it, and they're just decided, oh, that's not gonna use it until later.
well, this is one of those issues when you have like a story based around like a character who's already strong
Yeah.
or knowledgeable or whatever. Like the sense of progression is weird or non-existent or awkward, I guess, in this kind of case.
Yeah. Like it's really forced and just feels very clumsy.
Yeah, it also runs into that situation you were talking about where it's like, oh, they have like all these powers, but they conveniently don't use the one that'll like solve the issue when it's needed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh no, stupid camera. No. I think the hinge on it's messed up,
Oh.
so I think it's like keeps moving down.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, so after all this time, she finally tells like Mariana about like her being done both. Oh yeah, like so there was also the argument about like how the dragon, it like if she summons it and flying with it, then like people panic, and you see people like pointing up and like, oh my god, like what the hell's that thing, and like a bunch of people like complaining and like
Panic.
and stuff, and it's like, oh, maybe that's why she couldn't use it, but then like she has a fucking Pegasus already, so it's like,
Then use the Pegasus.
yeah, so like that's not. I don't know why, like it's this whole thing just like annoys me.
I guess it must be really slow though.
I mean, it's pretty fast. It's just that like wherever place they're going to is like just really far. I guess. I mean, it's probably faster than that carriage they were using all the time.
Maybe.
Oh, and a monkey.
So I guess she had like two things to do here.
I think like this area, like there's like the sacred tree or something that like How probably came asking for like ingredients from there, and then it's just, and along the way just they found these people and just like decided to help them out.
Yes, and she basically just carries them. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'll be your tank.
I'll help power level you.
Yeah, you just DPS for like 10 hours. Yeah. Like, that's basically what it came down to, because it was like daytime or morning or something at the beginning, and then there was like sunset at the end.
Oh yeah.
Like they were fighting that one monkey for hours. It's like, okay, I'll escort you to like the final zone. Like, don't worry, level 1 scrub.
Yeah.
I protect you.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, provoke, tank, draw aggro. It's like, And then everyone else is just like boing, 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 like, oh, EXP.
Yeah. Oh man, it's been a while since I've carried someone.
I want to play MMOs again. Can I get MMO?
We got MMO at home.
MMO at home.
Like Monkey
Monkey.
Online.
Massive Monkey Online.
Yeah, exactly.
Where's my Monkey VPN?
Yeah. In the trees.
Yeah, so I guess like these things are just like from different. There's stuff from different like environments that are like popping up around here, so it kind of sounds like there's some sort of portal thing going on or something.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's a somewhat common thing in games, like, oh, mysterious like portal or mysterious like transport thingy. So yeah.
It's probably that shit with those like lesser demons or whatever.
I wonder if it's related to those like, oh, random zombie.
Oh yeah, I feel like all this is probably like related. Like,
Yeah.
connected together somehow.
But
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like they didn't really talk about it much in the show, but then like in the book, like the lesser demons they were recurring enemies back when this whole thing was still just a game, and like every time they show up, like shit happens, and you never get off with like a pure victory. It's always kind of sort of like bittersweet, like semi victory, like, oh, we won, but at what cost, kind of thing. And they're also always really strong, and you never know what kind of agenda they have. So like whatever they're doing in this new world thing, like it just seems like really sketchy. And
Oh, this is New World?
okay, Jeff Bezos. So like based on all that background information, I feel like they should have like a way more of a sense of urgency about like all these like strange happenings. But then everyone is just like so chill, and it feels like dude, like you need, like there's something going on, like you need to be paying more attention.
Yeah. But then I guess like, oh, deal with Monkey. Then it's like, oh, trees.
The like sacred tree. What is that elder tree thing? So she basically confirmed like Soul Hao came by here, and so she's gonna like follow after Soul Hao for a while. And then she's like, oh, I brought you snacks in exchange for information, and they're like, nah, we want you to like pee here instead for fertilizer.
Oh. What degenerates? Did she?
I don't. It just ended up. The end of the episode is her saying like, oh man, I drank all this juice, so I kind of need a pee. And these spirits are like, oh, pee here, pee here, pee here, and then she was just like screaming, and then just end the episode right there. So I was like, I guess we'll never find out.
Damn.
She probably did pee there.
Degenerates.
Like Matsuli. Oh, it's your shit.
Yeah. So another cultured episode, I guess.
Yeah. Man, this seems like pretty hard.
It's pretty cute.
Yeah. Well, so she like just said it to him, and he was just like, oh, a bunch of things happened after seeing that picture.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like he fapped. He totally fapped.
He definitely fapped.
He definitely fapped.
Oh yeah, and at some point, like, oh, gotta hide the boner.
Yeah, exactly. This one again, and she's like, oh, ale. It's like, don't touch me, don't touch me.
Things happened.
A lot of things happened. And it's so funny, but like up until now, like he gets like embarrassed and stuff, but he always seems like just like pure guy, and then now like, oh, he probably fapped to her.
I hope. But anyway.
Man, I feel this like it feels so nice when you feel like you're actually being useful. Like I feel this like a lot.
Yeah, so I guess they were working on the cosplay and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I always want to be like useful to people too, and I always feel like I always kind of mess up and things. Yeah, did you somehow with her like cloak? Man,
It's pretty fancy.
yeah, I always like appreciate this kind of thing where like, oh, like outside, like most of the time you only see this plain thing, but then like inside, like, oh, there's so much like elegant details and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, Juju-sama so cute. I love her. But yeah, this reminds me, like for a while, like in Japan, like what was it during the Meiji era or was it before that? Like there was a time when like it was like popular and fashionable to appear like humble on the outside. So like samurais and like merchants and like rich people they would wear like very plain looking clothing, but on the inside they have like all these like fancy decorations on the inside of the cloak. So it's like they would sometimes they would like casually like show it off like, oh, like I have all this money but look at me being humble on the outside.
Yeah, we still have that. It's like, oh, looks like normal business suit on the outside. You flip it around and has a makeup on it. Same energy.
God damn it. Oh god, those waifu neckties.
Yeah. You know I'm right. You know I'm right.
Yes. It's not the same. It's not the same.
It's definitely the same.
God damn it.
I mean, she's filthy otaku, so she knows.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so like Juju was like, oh, like giving a lot of feedback, oh, this part's like good like this, this part's good like that, and Marian's like, oh man, I want to do that too. Like, oh, this like it's yabai, oh, it's yabai, a bunch of yabai.
Yabai.
And then, oh yeah, I don't know. You want to explain this shit? Because I don't understand this shit.
Wait, the color correcting thing?
Yeah, the color correcting, make makeup and shit.
Yeah. So like, if you want to even out your skin tone, you basically use like an opposing color as like on top of your skin before you put on your foundation. So it kind of, it's kind of a very simplistic explanation, but it kind of cancels out the color. What do you call it? That you're putting it on top of. So when you put it onto your foundation, it's a lot more even.
Yeah.
So you know. So if you.
So it's kind of putting on a new layer and multiply blend mode.
Not really.
Overlay.
Maybe.
Yeah. When we were looking at makeup for like cosplays one time, they're like, oh, you put this, you want to hide a pimple, you put this like this green liquid thing on it. And I was like, wait, what? Like, you put green on your face? Like, how's this gonna work? And like, oh, it cancels out the red. I was like,
yeah, that.
I
always have to apply that.
I do not understand all this like makeup stuff.
Well, I guess you can kind of think about it's like, oh, if like you say you have gray or whatever, but there's like a patch of white, so you have to like cancel it out with like a darker shade.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, not exactly, but it's kind of like that. Kind of.
Yeah, we need to do this like eye tape thingy to like change eye. It's gonna hurt like hell though, probably.
I don't know. My eyes are plenty big. Or, well, I guess it'd be useful to change the shape, I guess.
Yeah. Man, this is cultured.
Oh yeah, so it's like, oh, that swimsuit. Oh, it was actually for this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's kind of like what I did too for like when I did like Fate Testarossa or Fate.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's an adult form like Fate Harlao, and I did her Sonic form. So I basically just used like a black swimsuit for like the bottom part.
Well, arguably half of anime costumes are just swimsuits. They're just swimsuits.
Yeah. Man, I like this outfit a lot. I really hope they do a figure of this one.
Yeah.
It's like what we call it, Black Lobelia.
Yeah. So what do you call it? I think the only premium figure thing I've seen was like the Eastream announcements, but it's not even in prototype stages yet. So.
Oh, the illustration for it.
Yeah, the illustration was like I think just her normal.
Wait, I thought it was like Shizutang.
Was it? Oh, it might have been. It's been a while and I don't remember too well.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope they do a Black Lobelia like figure.
Like I feel like what the ideal one is her like mid change, either like getting changed or like getting unchanged.
With an embarrassed face and like hunched over so you can show off the boobs and butt.
Maybe, it depends. But I feel like that, and then two heads, like one like her normal face, and then like one with like
the makeup and wig and on.
Makeup and wig, that sort of thing. I feel like that
Wait, but if they do that, you need to buy two, so you can just display one with like one head and one with the other head.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, like she finally got her chance to like pose with her idol.
Yeah.
Selfie.
So cute. Man. Oh yeah, like the whole thing, like with like this hair and stuff. Especially this shot, like she kind of looks like Lena from '86.
I guess kind of.
Like the eyes are kind of right too. Well, not the eye colors, but like the eye shape and wig. Oh yeah, I wonder if '86 is like when they're gonna actually air the new episodes.
Never. Like, oh, she can't even. She can't even.
Yeah. And this is how I feel when I like run into like big cosplayers. Well, I don't really know like names, but like, when I run into someone who like looks like really like they look so cool, and it's like I just want to melt.
Yeah.
And dun dun dun.
But yeah, it's like suddenly, oh, mysterious other cosplayer, and it was the little sister.
Yeah, like man, like there's so much stuff in this episode that like it just hits my heart like so much.
Like I feel like a lot of these episodes kind of pack a lot.
They pack a lot of like it's like, exactly the kind of thing that like, just pierces me like ah. Yeah, like I feel this so much like I never look good as this character because like there's so many well I don't think I can look good as like any character pretty much, but like there's also a lot of times when I want to cosplay someone who's like obviously like different like when I want to cosplay like a lolly character but I'm tall so I can't really do that. So, like it's just all these feels like oh I want to go so I shouldn't even try like
Yeah, so it's like she did actually want to like cosplay too, but like didn't feel like she could. So it was pretty cool, like kind of seeing like that backstory for her.
Yeah, like it just hurts a lot. And yeah, this whole thing about like being scared, like kind of weird and like making her like upsetting her sister or like upsetting like, other cosplayers. Like I feel that a lot too. That like sometimes like oh I'm putting this on and like but I look ugly. It's like is it okay? Like will people get mad if they see me like this kind of thing?
But yeah, it's like, oh, she wants to cosplay like one of the brothers.
Yeah. It's like, oh, does she want to be like one of the cute magical girl? Does she want to be like this other like cute one? It's like, oh, I want to be like Soma Ani-chan. It's like, he's like his face like Soma Ani-chan.
Definitely a Fujoshi.
Yeah. Like she has to be a Fujoshi. Yeah, like oh, in fact, like
that's definitely a word for it.
Yeah. Man, I'm jealous of all these giant boobs.
But yeah, it's like, oh, okay, we gotta keep this cosplay cheap. Was there a reason for that one?
Oh, she only had her allowance.
Oh, right, because she's not old enough for a job.
Yeah, because he forgot she looks like she's like older than them, but she's actually like way young, so she only has allowance.
Yeah.
Although like they seem to come from a rich family, so I feel like her allowance is still like pretty big.
Yeah, it's probably something like that, or it could be also like maybe a big chunk of the allowance is already going towards like her sister.
Maybe.
Or not necessarily to her sister, but like for like photography stuff.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen this in anime in a while, where like this trope of like oh, boob's so powerful it just launches the button like. Psh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that face is cute.
She's packing a lot of power.
There's a lot of potential energy in there.
Yeah. It's like, oh, even his clothes were afraid.
Yeah, having like, man, I wonder how people like manage like tighten and like giant boobs like this. Well, I have seen it actually happen. Like people with like giant boobs and then they cosplay and then all of a sudden like the boobs like disappear completely and I was like, the fuck just happened?
Well, I guess a lot of times it's not really disappearing necessarily, but I think it's more like it's becoming less obvious.
Yeah.
Because you can do some like optical illusions, well, if you want to call them that, to obscure like the shape and stuff, outline.
Yeah.
Well, just like this with the whole.
I wonder how this thing works.
I can't remember what it's called right now.
It's beholder. It's like Oh, it's just interesting that they have to think like, oh, it's a registered trademark of like LB Road, so I guess that's the actual thing.
Yeah. Oh, it's for B to H cups.
Yeah, I want to have an H cup. Oh yeah, and the thing about like, oh, how like to her like the main guy, like Gojo-kun, is that his name? What kind of
Yeah.
like he seemed like he was like confident and like really like competent and everything, but then they're trying to cut the wig and then he was like really nervous too and having a hard time with it.
Yeah.
So she was being surprised, and then from his perspective too, it's like, oh, like he always looked up to like Marin and like how like everyone loves her and like she's always confident and everything, but then like getting to know her more and then like there's like she's actually has a lot of things she can do.
Yeah.
So like, oh, like everyone has their own like insecurities and issues that you don't see behind from behind their like usual public face.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, oh, I wonder how like when my sister like this and like the sister like jump,
Yeah.
and like and you and Mario's like yeah. Like, oh, so cute. I feel like this is a really nice shot though. Like, oh, it's two sisters like together.
Yeah.
Man, like this transformation, like this reminds me a lot of like the kind of like how to say it, like the more like tomboyish characters you see in a lot of shows.
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking of Nosaki-kun, how he has like that one girl who's like the prince of the drama club or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's such a big transformation. And like, where did all her hair go?
Under the wig.
Yeah. Where'd your boobies go?
Where did they go?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, the selfie. When he's just like in the back.
Yeah. Oh, $150 per hour.
Gotta get those shots in.
Yeah. But yeah, it's such a big transformation. But like, just when I see like, I'm thinking when I see the pictures like all the like I know a few cosplayers from like going to cons and stuff, and then like in the morning you see them in like this character, and in the afternoon you see them as like a completely different character. It's just seeing like a completely different person. And sometimes people will call to be like, oh hey Anya, and I'll just be like, oh hey hi, and I'll just be inside my head. I'll just be like, wait, who is this? Like they're a cosplay. I can't tell who it's supposed to be.
You just see like math equations in your head, like
Yeah, and like oh my god, they're like a chameleon. Like who is this?
oh man.
And I feel bad. I feel bad. Like should I ask them who they are because like the cosplay is just so good. I can't recognize who they're supposed to be under all the stuff.
Maybe they're just trolling you. Maybe it's just actually a completely different person you don't know.
Maybe. But yeah, it's already hard for me to like even without cosplay. Like it's already hard for me to like remember faces and remember people. I mean like in well like when it's like an anime girl, I'm like, oh, it's that bitch from this show. But then like when it's real people, like, do I know this person?
I can't say I relate. I'm good at faces.
But yeah, I've always been bad at like real people faces. So when you add all this like cosplay transformation magic to it, it's like even harder.
Oh. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I feel like I have a good chance of like recognizing people even after cosplay.
Oh, like in college, I have like people come up to talk to me, and I'll just be like, wait, who the hell are you again?
Oh. Well, if we're talking about college, like I just remember recognize like a bunch of people I've never met. Like I was like, oh, this guy's here again. I was like, oh, I walked past that guy like a couple of weeks ago. Like no other interaction.
Yeah.
It's pretty terrible. Oh, and then this.
The other gender bit of one. Man, I thought this was a princess from like the last episode. It's like they're like, oh, this is a royal decree. But it turns out she's just the head of that like spy agency.
Yeah.
Like I was not expecting that. Although like, oh yeah, like this guy like turns out he was a spy like working under her too.
Yeah.
Wait, so what, does that mean she was the one who drew those janky pictures?
I hope.
But yeah, we were guessing like, oh, maybe it's Aston, maybe some sort of like enemy, or maybe some sort of like friend. But, like I don't think we guessed like spy on the.
Oh, we might not have, but he still could be an enemy in some sense.
Yeah.
If you want to think about it that way.
Yeah. Sketchy. And like, oh, we're gonna meet the king. And, like everyone's like in these like bathrobes or some shit.
This kingdom sus.
This kingdom's, I mean, it's formed by that like sketchy goddess. So I
Yeah.
feel like this kingdom's just like horrible.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, they have that like that legend. Is that or like, what would you call it?
I mean, they had a long legend too, but then like I guess this prophecy like just happened recently or something.
Oh yeah, with the JK language.
Yeah. like yo king, how are you doing? Yay! And it's just like this is talking like a complete like total JK, and he's just like playing the lyre and just like singing it, like serenading it in all these like weird like slang words.
It's like, oh, so majestic.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess like for people in this world, like since they don't have like the concept of, like JK, they probably thought it was just like, oh, it's just like majestic ways like God speaking,
Like divine language.
divine language, but then like it just sounds completely like oh, maji ukelu, nani. I love the show like, way more than I thought it would. Like this show is like.
Wait,
just,
what? I thought this is you enjoyed it exactly as much as you expected.
I already expected it to be good, but then like it just keeps getting funnier and funnier for me. That like it's even better than I thought.
Oh,
Like I really really love the show.
it's pretty outrageous.
But yeah, and then he saw her in low country. It's like, oh, imagine like, oh, wedding day. Oh, we're gonna have a baby together.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like, wait a minute. And then they grow old.
Man, we got her sharp. Like she's just like her dress is so powerful. She's sharp. Everyone in the hall is like, oh, need to be on the balcony. And she ran away. Man, so I guess like this girl in the ED and OP is like the princess all along, and like in OP and ED she always like so like happy go lucky and like cosplaying buddies and stuff.
Yeah.
But then now it's just like, oh, goodbye world. It's like, what the... And like her facial expression is like, man.
Yeah.
I think she might be my favorite.
Oh my god.
Come on, like, oh, beautiful princess is acting like, oh, like gangster and shit. Like, that's the best.
Oh my god. Is she being gangster?
Well, not gangster, like rebellious, I guess.
I guess.
Punk ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, punk. That's the word I was looking for. Punk ass.
All these girls are blessed by this goddess be punk ass.
Yeah. Man, she's like complaining and it's like, oh, just like, nah, boring face, like, oh, you wanted to put it that you're Cupid, you failed, now you're depressed. Like this face is just like so fed up with her.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess she's having her like teenage runaway moments, like trying to go in the winter, like, oh, try to seduce her, like, oh, please take me with you, and the other guy's like, just
No.
like, nah.
No.
And like this fucking face.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But like, my favorite part is like, okay, gotta shatter her dreams. Just like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, that's why we gotta bring you to dad.
Yeah. Man, I'm really sad that he didn't like actually like burn the whole palace down.
Yeah.
Like when he brought this out, I thought he was gonna just like, burn the curtains and everything, but oh, he's just doing this like fire breathing technique, like oh, there's nothing I can't do, and just like showing off. Like I was kind of hoping he would just burn the entire fucking palace.
Maybe.
And I love it when princesses have this like punk ass faces.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, like then you bring her to the dad, like this like whole like, Asian like Asian parent thing where you embarrass a kid in front of their friends.
Oh yeah.
Emotional damage.
Get that princess.
And you said you can't even get dressed by yourself. Stay without fear. How like shit. He's like, oh, we break her until there's nothing left. Like, no, that's not what you want.
But then I guess because of this, like, oh, sound like coup.
Oh yeah, you got like Tachibana was like, oh, I'm gonna like, is there anything I can help you with? I'm gonna help you with whatever you want. She's like, oh, you gonna help me do anything? We're gonna overthrow this fucking kingdom.
Yeah. Oh wait, that's the same pose.
Speaking of overthrowing this fucking kingdom, yeah. But yeah, I think she's my favorite character.
Oh my god.
But man, like it's just that's such a gap between like the OP and ED versions of her, and suddenly like seeing her like be all like punk ass like this was like, man. Like I thought she was gonna be all like cheerful, happy-go-lucky.
Nah, that's a farce.
It's always a farce.
All these goddess people be sus.
Man, man, this latest pre-con episode, like, shit got so real. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing a lot. Man, they do this shot a lot like in this season where like just had like really bright, brilliant lighting effects.
Mm-hmm.
It's so beautiful. Yeah, so she was trying to tell her about like being the princess, and then like got embarrassed and like, oh, I gotta hug, like, eh. It's so adorable together.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess Carol's like going to see this like Kaiser, whatever, Heika, whatever.
I
don't know
can't
what to call
remember
her.
her name.
Omniscient Kaiser or whatever.
Something like that. But I guess she's kind of warming up, if you call it that.
Yeah. I mean, she's been like sick in bed or whatever too, and then or had nightmares or something, and then she's the type to like, eat with Carol because she remember like pecorino thing back a while back, like let's have a meal together so we can understand each other.
Yeah.
And Carol like this her tail like sticking out like so cute. Yeah. Spicatito. Yeah, so like, I guess it is confirmed that, like there's two of this like fox girl or whatever.
Yeah, so I'm kind of wondering, like, in the past, has it only been the other one that we've been seeing, or has this other one also been, like, showing up without us knowing it's, like, a different character?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I guess we'll get back to that in a second.
Yeah. Yeah, the body like metamorregnant or whatever.
Yeah, that kind of crazy name.
Yeah.
So I guess she's investigating, like, what's up.
Yeah. So Saber found this, but then I guess she got found by like this other like fox lady. So like we don't know what happened to her yet.
Yeah, like I think it's basically off screen.
Yeah. But considering that like this like metamorregnant, there what her name is, got used in the, later on. Like, I'm guessing she probably failed or something.
Yeah.
But I kind of wonder if next episode is going to be like, oh, it seemed like she was defeated, but she actually managed to like do something.
Maybe. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. Yeah, Chizu Onyechan. Love her. I guess this kind of looks like the Valentine's version, like Patissier version.
Yeah, yeah.
And all these sparkles. Like, she's one of my favorite characters, but I think this is the first time she appeared in this season.
Maybe, I can't remember.
Well, I mean, she might have appeared in the rice harvesting thing because like everyone was there, I guess.
Everyone's here.
Yeah. Yeah, and like earlier we thought Labrista was like the console thingy where I guess like it seems like his memories kind of came back, and he was talking about how like he's gonna protect his bonds this time, so like he definitely remembers some stuff, but like, it's really vague like that's exactly how much he remembers.
Yeah.
But he kind of showed like the cool side to her like for like a brief second, but then after that like he went back to like acting like the fool in front of everyone else.
Right.
So it's so it maybe makes you wonder like just how much of it is pretending and how much of it does he know.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Yeah. And then and this like Anya design.
And then big fight.
Yeah, we find out that like this. I guess they were just like hanging out at the festival still. Man, like this is like, I feel like it's probably I don't know how intentional it is, but it probably is intentional. But this whole thing about like Pecorino trying to confess about her being the princess is following all the usual tropes about like trying to confess, like someone like trying to confess their love.
Kind of.
Like kokukaku. Like like trying like people. Other people are giving them like space to be alone together and like trying to find a time but always missing chance. And this line, like I wish this could last forever. Like I know she's talking about like blissful days and like she doesn't want to like revealing to be the princess to like make things like more chaotic and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But this exact thing it shows up in like romance anime all the time where they want to confess and then someone's like, oh man, I wish we could like this could last forever, or like I wish these happy days could go on forever, or like I wish we'll all be good friends like this forever. And then they get scared like, oh, if I confess then it might change everything. So like because they wish that they want things to stay the same, then that means they shouldn't say anything. Like it's the exact same situation as like in all those like other like romance anime.
Oh yeah, it also happens in real life too. Anyway,
So yeah, and that kind of thing like never really applied to me.
Oh, okay. Anyway, let's move on.
I never really understand. I never really relate when I'm reading something where like people, and then like, people like, oh, they have these feelings that they're afraid to confess and afraid to like do this and that. But like for me, like throughout my entire life, when that kind of shit happens, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna charge forward, and then get bad away, like hit by a truck and get its kite.
Oh, so you're anime. Anyway, where were we at? Oh yeah, big fight.
Big fight.
I feel like it's kind of hard to describe this fight. I think you just have to watch it.
Yeah, but it was really impressive with like all the animations and frames and like the choreography of the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I guess like somehow they got transported into this like universe or subdomain something.
Yes, I'm not quite sure what it is.
Yeah. So like the Kaiser was like running out of magical energy because like we thought that she was alone, but it turns out like the other people of Labyrinth, so like the Immortal and the Inejang were like outside like getting rid of the shadows. So apparently she's been using these shadows to like fuel her own magic somehow.
Yeah. So I guess it turns out she can't use like the power she's supposed to have. That's I guess unique to her.
Yeah. Well, like she's been like borrowing like metamorphne's like large scale magic and then using the magic from like these shadows somehow.
Yeah.
Man, we still don't really know like what the hell these shadows exactly are, but I guess she's been using them as fuel.
Mhm.
I guess since they've been like collecting people's memories and like absorbing people, I guess is this kind of like the trope where like memories are fuel or someone's soul is used as a fuel source
Maybe.
kind of thing. But like, I can't remember her exact name with the power of like was it like something Tensei or something.
Yeah, well, I guess the main point is like future sight.
Yeah. So yeah, so apparently she hasn't she noticed like she hasn't been using it, so like she lost her powers at some point during the previous like cutscene fight. Not the cutscene, the flashback.
Yeah, yeah.
Like how we saw the flashback with
from a previous cycle.
Yeah. Although I guess it's kind of confirmed now that there's been like several different redives.
Yeah.
Going on. So it's like, oh, you watch the show, you expect Konosuba, but then you get Shokugeki no Soma, and all of a sudden it just turns like Madoka Magica. So at the same time, like Pecorino is like gonna talk to Carol, and then like this sketchy ring thing.
Yeah, that ominous shot of the ring.
Yeah, and then like Carol got transported right in front of like Labyrinth before she can pierce the sword through. And then like this other wolf like comes at the back, like man, that face is just so that's so evil. But yeah, that's definitely the impression I've got where like in every shot where we see this other like alternate like fox lady, like the alternate one, like she always has a way more like sadistic look on her face.
Yeah. So wait, which one's the one that gave the ring?
Yeah. It's kind of hard to tell, but it kind of felt like it was this one was like choreographing like this attack though.
Yeah. And
up until now, like we never really knew if like the two fox lady, we knew this one was aware of the other one, but we never knew if like the other fox lady was aware of this one.
Yeah.
But so like this is the first time we actually see the shot of them like being face to face. But she looks as surprised too.
Yeah, like the way I'm kind of thinking about it is like, well, I feel like the more sinister one I'll call her like the previous one because it kind of seems like she's from a previous cycle that somehow became or like is separate from like the new cycle somehow, like a carryover.
Maybe.
Like it kind of seems like she's probably gonna execute whatever plan she had originally.
Yeah.
But like better.
And also like since the other one like lost the power like future sight, I kind of wondered if it's because like this one has the future sight because like if two entities have future sight then it inherently like interferes with each other.
Yeah.
So it'll create like a really big like, paradox. So maybe it's like one like since there's two of them, like one of them has to lose the power.
Right. Well, it could also be something simpler, like the other one's just a copy,
Yeah.
or like what do you call it? This power can only like exist in once or something,
Yeah.
or like per one, like in one person, that sort of thing. I don't know.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, it can only exist in one person because like otherwise it would create like a paradox.
No. I'm not talking about like paradox or anything. I mean like it kind of seems like these 7 crowns have like unique powers each.
Yeah.
So it could just be a more general thing where like, that,
Like she's like the real 7 crown, and the other one's like not like lost a seat as a 7 crown kind of thing.
No. I'm not talking about seats. Like I'm just saying like, since she still existed, then like any copies won't have that because it's already existing.
Maybe.
Like I'm saying, if there was a different copy of a different 7 crown, they probably wouldn't have the copy wouldn't have the power of the original one.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking more of a general sense of like that.
Hmm.
Like, because they kind of seem like they're unique entities of some sort.
Kind of feels like they're like administrators or something.
Maybe.
Yeah, like Carol had like a big like shock to this.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder because like as far as we know, like Carol only knows her as like the crepe seller.
Yeah.
So what that shocked us from seeing like someone she knew like dying in front of her, but then she also she looked like really devastated. So I kind of wonder if like she suddenly remembered, like got her memories back, and like that other person like meant more to her or not.
Well, it's hard to say, but I guess we wouldn't really see it on screen too much. But I'm assuming they like run into each other regularly.
It could be like that too.
But yeah.
I thought it kind of interesting, like the other one, like the one with like the main one, I guess, the main fox. I don't know.
We need to think of a way to distinguish them.
Yeah. So main fox and shadow fox.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the main fox, like her expression seems like she's kind of sad or disappointed or something. So I kind of wondered like how aware she is of the shadow fox, and how much was she happy? Was she like unhappy with this outcome for some reason?
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's like just so much shit just suddenly happened in this episode that like, I don't really know like how I'm supposed to interpret all of this.
Yeah, this is gonna be a multi-parter, isn't it?
Yeah. Although I think I saw some like screenshots of, like next episode preview. Like I don't know if they aired the episode early on some website, or maybe like they just post like a short like teaser preview on a website or something.
Yeah.
Well, like I only saw it from like Japanese side of Twitter, like posting some screenshots, and so, but yeah, like seems like next episode's gonna be like pretty like sad or serious or something.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I didn't really like see a full detail.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
That's a lot of animes.
Yeah. Like, man. Like when we were watching that episode, I was just so tense and like the whole way through, and I think we were eating pizza at the time. I was holding this slice like half-eaten pizza like just in my hand, while I was like sat frozen and staring at the screen, and my mouth was just like hanging open. And I was like and then, like the episode ended, and I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, something like that. Guess we'll see. We'll have more of that reaction maybe.
Yeah, man, I'm really scared. I'm scared of like what's gonna happen next. Because like Pecorine, the scene like she was gonna have the confession, but then she didn't get the chance to do it, and it's like, and like Carol was all like saying that foreboding thing, like man, I wish these like happy days could go on forever. So I guess like I feel like next episode's gonna be really sad, and it's like, just, like I'm not ready for this.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for it, but at the same time, I really, really, really want to know what happens next too. So it's like, shit.
Hang in there.
Yeah, maybe I should just like actually read the story in the Mobage.
Maybe. But yeah, I guess that's how it is.
Yeah, I guess that's it for this week. Unless there's anything else you want to talk about.
Was there anything? Oh, we actually didn't cover too much mobile game stuff. We didn't talk about the Fate Goes.
Oh, I haven't. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So White Day thing ending soon, and then I guess Battle New York thingy, challenge quest thing.
Oh.
Starting right after.
Oh, did they announce that?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's just a rerun, is it?
No, I don't think it's a rerun.
Oh.
It might be like new challenge quest.
Uh.
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but like, yeah.
We haven't had a Battle of New York thing in like a few years, have we?
I think so. So yeah, we'll see how that Coin and Sky are gonna do.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't think there was anything else. Like, yeah, I guess that's basically it. Maybe new gacha. I don't actually. Wait, they do have gacha for these usually, right?
Battle of New York, I think.
Or like all the challenge quest type events.
I think they're usually like rerun gachas.
Is
Like
that what it is?
like Gilgamesh. I remember
Oh
like Gilgamesh.
yeah, Gilgamesh.
So I don't know if it's gonna be like Gilgamesh again or someone else.
I hope. I hope it's not anyone I need to roll for. I need to keep saving.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's probably rerun, so like I don't think there's anyone in your. Oh, middle scene.
What?
Like if middle scene.
Oh yeah.
If middle scene appears.
We'll see. Well, if there's gonna be crazy gacha, you guys will know.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess next weekend we might have the same time slot.
Yeah,
we'll
it's
see.
most likely.
Like our schedule is like changing a lot lately, so we don't really know what to do. But yeah, let us know if you prefer like later night kind of thing.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll see you again, and as always, anime was a goddamn mistake.
Bye.
Spend responsibly, guys.